Something people are usually worried about when they're thinking about launching their own HR consultancy is the competition. So they might have had a Google, they might know the local area or the sector they're going to be working in. They might have been on social media, but they often get the impression, oh my goodness, there are so many other HR consultants out there. How on earth am I going to get any work? There's all these people, perhaps they're more established than I am. There's just not enough work for all these people. It can be really intimidating thinking how much competition there actually is. It's important to be aware, obviously, of what else is out there, but I have 4 reasons why you probably don't need to be as worried as you think you do, why the competition is probably not as much as you think it is. And I've done this a lot, so I'm not making it up. I've launched, as well as myself, I've launched 10 other consultants, and we've got another one coming in January, so I've done this exercise where I look at the competition quite often. There are a number of things that we see coming up regularly. So do that exercise, have a look at what's in your area or your sector or wherever you're going to be working, and come up with a list of who you think is your competition, and then go through them and do a bit of research, and you'll find several things will happen. You'll probably find that some of them aren't operating anymore at all. So what will happen is someone will set up an HR consultancy, get a website, that kind of thing, and sometimes they just don't actually ever start, really. And sometimes they run it for a bit and then they do something else. They might go into an employed role, they might move abroad, or stop for whatever other reason, do a new venture, whatever it might be. So you'll probably find that maybe 1 or 2 of people who are coming up in your search aren't operating as an HR consultancy anymore. So you don't need to worry about them, park them. The second thing you'll probably find is that some of them aren't actually consultants. So again, something that's really common is people set themselves up as a consultant. They might have a website and describe themselves as a consultant, but what they actually do is interim work. And interim work is brilliant because it means you can spend 3-6 months, however long, with one client, one employer. You can really get down into the kind of nitty gritty. You can really make a difference. You can see a project through. You've got guaranteed income for a set period of time. It's brilliant, but it's not consultancy. If what you're offering is consultancy with you're planning to work with many different clients at the same time, that's a different thing. So somebody who is set up as an HR consultant, but actually what they do is interim work, they're not your competition, so you don't need to worry about them, park them as well. And third thing that you will find is that some of the people you think are your competition don't actually work with your clients. So if you'll be thinking about what kind of clients you're looking for. What we do is small businesses. So our client base, our target market is small businesses. Maybe the same for you. It may be that you have a specialism and you're going to be marketing those services to bigger employers or a certain sector or something. So you will find that some HR consultants that you found in your search for competition don't work with the same clients as you do. So if you're working with small businesses, you may find they work with bigger organisations. If you're offering a specialist service aimed at a certain kind of sector and they don't offer that service, then that's not the same client base as you've got. For example, if you're perhaps a specialist in diversity and inclusion, for example, so you may have all this great expertise and experience in this area, and you may be looking to offer that to clients to be able to go in and really help them with their diversity and their inclusion. The fact that you have that specialism, somebody who is an HR consultant but doesn't have that expertise or doesn't focus on it or doesn't offer it as a specialist thing, they're not your competition. Even if they have the same clients, they're not your competition. And actually, they'd be really good people to get to know because they might want to use your services or recommend you. So that's something worth worrying about. But if you're finding competition, they work with different kind of clients than you do, you don't need to worry about them because they're aiming themselves at a different place. And the other thing you'll find is that even the ones who offer the same services you do to the same target market, they will often offer those services in a very different way. So, for example, the way we work is we're very practical, very pragmatic, very realistic, very down to earth. We're not risk averse. There are a number of things about how we work with clients that are really important to what we do. If you're operating the same market as us, you may be offering things in a different way, or if you're operating in a completely different market, whatever you're doing, you will be offering the services you offer in a certain way. And you will find that the people who are offering the same services in your area to the same clients, they won't all be doing it exactly as you will be doing it. So clarify in your head how you will be offering your services, how you'll be working. Have a look at how your competitors are working and how they're offering their services. And you'll realize that you're not all the same, which is really good because the clients who will want the services delivered in the way that you deliver them wouldn't want to work with your competitor anyway. And vice versa, the clients who want the services delivered the way your competitor is doing them that you don't, they're not going to want to work with you either. So you're not aiming at the same target actually. So do that exercise. Once you've done that and ruled all those people out, you will probably find that the number of local competitors you have who you actually need to be not worried about, but just seen as direct competition is probably not very many at all. And that will help you feel more confident about what you're doing. And confidence really helps bringing clients in, because if you come across as confident, then clients will have confidence in you. So if that's helpful and you would like to talk to me about setting up your own HR consultancy with us, then do get in touch.